Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves Windows 10. I hate it. Happy November 19th. Yeah, 2.5 weeks since the election, and still not everybody's counted yet. Yeah, but before we get into anything, let me Mountain Dew get the sound here. No, I couldn't reach the Pepsis to the bottom of the pile now. I'm saving the best for last. Yes, Mountain Dew, little sippage here. Oh, golly. Excuse me, people. Put this over here where it's not going to hurt anybody. Excuse me, people. My voice is going in and out a little bit today. Um, I've been working out a little more for the upcoming movie, which is being filmed as of January 23rd, first day of filming. That is on record. That's set in stone. Can't wait. Talking to somebody, to another company about a possible role in June. So this is kind of taken off a little bit. Um, Might be a new career instead of me just doing it for a couple of dollars here and there. Anyway, that's notwithstanding. Sparky, love you, brother. You're wonderful. Um, I don't have a movie for you, Mike, so I'm going to kind of go right into this. It's been almost 2.5 weeks, and so far the count's not been done. Done here in Georgia. Um, it turns out in Fulton County they said they had to quit because of a water main leak. Found out there was no water main leak. They just wanted to go home, go to sleep, so nobody saw these extra ballots being dropped off by the mail at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. Anyway, since the last video I put out, I put it here on Facebook yesterday. It was done last Thursday. It's a week old. Um, so I never got any. I didn't ask anybody on Facebook to ask me a question, but I am on other social networks and three news groups. I decided social networks usually a lot of jokers. You know, people want to joke around because they know me. So I decided to take it off one of the news groups that I post this on, and I got some questions. They were very, very good questions, honestly. So let's tear into these. This is I'm not going to mention the people's names who gave me these questions. I'm not going to do that. One of the news groups is very it's members only so far, and I'm not going to nothing pornographic on it. It's kind of private. People private messages back and forth, and a lot of private information. But anyway, here's one question. Question one: where do you get your information? Well, I've never let it be a secret that my information, a lot of it I get, comes from individuals, from professionals. Um, uh, I don't mention their names because some of them don't want their names mentioned due to the sensitivity of their occupation, and I don't want to cause them any trouble. I do have two reporters from the AJC, the Atlanta Journal Constitution, here in Atlanta. I do have a doctor here, Dr. Dorian Pilcher. She's a very good friend of mine. Um, she considers me one of her patients now because I ask her a lot of questions sometimes. Um, the police departments, a couple of attorneys in the Cobb County uh, uh, District Court system, the prosecuting attorney's office. I've asked them questions. They're regular contributors. When I have any questions, they're more than happy to contribute information. Um, a person I'm only allowed to call Miss Snow. She has been 100% correct on everything from day one, and I've been using her. She and I have been friends for about a year, so she's contributed quite a bit. I have two other doctors, one in Boston, Massachusetts, and one in San Angelo, Texas, that I ask questions of. I have somebody that is definitely, I cannot mention their name. I cannot mention what. Excuse me. Oh, wow, we've got air is really dry. I can't mention. I can't even mention their gender. But they are with the CDC here in Atlanta. Um, this person has been answering questions for me since March, about COVID-19 and a few other things. I have. Oh wow, I could go on. The list is quite a bit. Plus, I'm not the guy who sits there and reads Fox News, listens to Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, or reads anything from the New York Slimes. Yeah, like a lot of people are, or the New York Compost, or a lot of newspapers. If I find a story that that interests me, that has to do with what I'm talking about on one of these videos, I'll go research both sides. I will go to one of the reporters from the AJC and get, if not both of them, and get their takedown on the whole thing. And I'll read between the lines on everything. I I've actually had somebody actually tell me, Robin, sometimes you remind me of Razor Fist on YouTube. Thank you. That's a compliment as far as I'm concerned. You know, I make no I make no I don't deny that I am very right wing. Well, I lean right wing. Um, I'm more of a moderate on a lot of things, but I believe that there's snap cases on both sides. I have asked people like uh, local politicians questions, the police departments, the Powder Springs Police Department, Douglasville Sheriff's Department, um, the APD. Um, I've spoken to them about things. I've asked them questions, and it's really interesting. Once you start doing something like this, an online thing like this, they consider me an alternative news source. I've actually had police come shake my hand for being an alternative news source. Uh, I don't consider myself an alternative news source. I consider myself just somebody who comes on here and talks to you good people. So I get my information from a lot of places. I do a lot of research online. I will research both sides of a story, of a situation, of something going on, before I make a decision of where I stand on it. I don't believe that any one source online is the correct source. Period. You got to go and dig. You got to find out what they're not telling you, and how much of what they're telling you is actually what's going on, and what are they avoiding. That's I go in with a mindset of a skeptic to everything, and I try to figure out who's telling the truth and how much of the truth are they actually telling. So let's go to another one here. Another question. You claim you aren't either Democrat or Republican. Are you a libertarian? No. Nope. I don't subscribe to any political party. I don't want to be a part of a political party. I don't get into groupthink. I think for myself. I don't need somebody to tell me what to think. And like I told a politician recently, he asked me what party I am. And I said it's kind of a personal question, but I'll tell you honestly, I'm not. I was never invited to parties, so why should I be a part of a party? I don't. I don't like. I don't like somebody telling me, that I have to classify myself as this, that, or the other. If you want to actually know what political party I am, um, you could say I'm an American. I think that's the best thing I can say. I'm a member of the human race. You know, um, I'm the guy who lives down the street, plays Warhammer 40K. Yes, I do. I still have boxes of stuff I haven't put together yet. Guys and adults, I'm a nerd. I don't. My whole idea of politics is get rid of the parties, because people vote for party over person. It's not the party that's going to do anything for you. It's the person in power, and we'll be getting into them according to a question I have to answer. I got about 6 of these altogether. Uh, no, seriously, man, a party's not going to do anything for you. I mean, people are talking about, the Republicans they're all about the money. Should one Democrat politician's not rich. Should one Democrat politician in power that hasn't made a crap load of money. under the table. 180 president makes under $200,000, $250,000 a year, if I remember correctly. Where do they get millions? Your typical senator or speaker, member, whatever House representative makes what $189,000 a year. Why are they all wealthy? Why? To me right now, party politics needs to go. I mean, we have two parties in this country: Democrats who will bully people around, and the Republican Party, they will cave in given the opportunity. I have no use for either one. They're both ridiculously stupid. There's talk right now of a third party coming out now because of this past election. I want to take a look at them, see what they're about. Excuse me, folks, a little sippage here. Oh, wow. It's really dry outside. And I was out, doing some exercise, working out a little bit, dragging 100-pound bags of stuff around the yard, push-ups, stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm really, yeah. So, anyway, hope I answered your question on that. Here's one that I get a lot. Why do you dislike BLM so much? That's a good question with a very good answer. I don't subscribe to any organization that is race exclusive, property exclusive, financially exclusive. I don't, gender exclusive. I don't subscribe to any organization like that. They pander to the lowest denominator. BLM was claiming at first, when it first started, to be anti-racist. Anti-racist. I'm seeing pictures of BLM rallies. Yeah, rallies. That's what you want to call them. Saying kill white people, and the excuse I get from African Americans about this is, "Oh, they're only talking about racists." White people are all racist, I guess. Kill all white people. Yeah. And it's okay to say that, but I can't say I don't like BLM. If there is an organization that I should an organization I want to belong to, it's ALM. All Lives Matter. But see, I can't say that because BLM says that's racist. I don't see where it's racist. If Black Lives Matter, then all lives should matter. I don't like BLM because what have they done for the black community other than riot? What have they done? They've taken money from people and done nothing with it. How many single black mothers have they helped? How many children from broken homes have they helped? How many black people have they educated? How many black people have they fed? None. Where does the fucking money go? I consider BLM right now, from what I've seen of it here in the past several months. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Jeez. I need to put a humidifier in here. I've seen BLM in the past several months and their actions against anybody who's not black to be just as reprehensible as the KKK. I don't like any racist organization. I don't like any exclusive organization because, like I said, it caters to the lowest common denominator of people. You're going to see people who want to be in constant victimhood and want to blame everybody but themselves for their problems. BLM gives them a stage to do that. Blame Whitey. That's all it's been. Blame Whitey. And when I bring that up, all I hear from people is, well, now you know what it's like to be us. No, I don't. I don't have rhythm. I'm too pale. I worked for a living. I earned everything I had. So take that as however you want to, however you want it. It's a bullshit organization. Where does the money go? The heads of this organization, the main heads of this organization are two. They're a same-sex couple who happen to be proclaimed to be Marxists. Well, if you want Marxism, move to a Marxist country. Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Aren't you afraid of some of your video? Are you afraid some of your videos will cause some backlash? Well, I've been called a Nazi. I've had threats of physical violence. I've had my life threatened. I've had people on here online threaten to kill my wife. I've had people online threaten to kill my children. Well, I got news. My wife and I have no children. Um, I have a son from a previous marriage. I have a daughter who had passed away in 2009. I consider her my daughter. I have a goddaughter right now who lives in another state, uh, who I consider my daughter for all intents and purposes. All she's got to do, if she has a problem, all she has to do is come to me. I may not be able to make it down there, but she can always talk to me. I feel like crap because I'm not around her enough. We didn't really start talking till after my blood brother passed away, who was her father. Uh, he didn't get to know her till just a few years before he died. Um, she has two. She's given me two beautiful granddaughters. As far they're my granddaughters, I don't care what you tell anybody. I don't care what you think. As far as I'm concerned, they're my granddaughters. And I'm going off the subject. Yes, I have kind of gotten backlash. I've never said anything racist, homophobic. I've never trashed a person on here just because of their color of their skin or their sexuality or they're rich or poor or black, white, purple, green, yellow with orange polka dots. I don't judge a person by their color or their sexuality or the gender or anything. I judge them by by the content of their character, and I hope people judge me that way. I've had death threats. Yes, I've actually turned people over to the authorities because of this. There have been a few arrests and convictions. Um, Terroristic threats online are a felony. Um, yeah, I have gotten backlash. I've uh, I've actually I've lost friends, people that I thought a lot of. I don't have any friends anymore. Um, my friends, people I consider my friends, I can count on a few fingers anyway. Um, but yeah, I've gotten backlash. I've been doing this for what 2 years, about 2 years, and I have been threatened. I've had people threaten to burn down my home if they ever find me. I actually had a guy um, online telling me that if he ever saw me, he would kill me because people like me need to die. Uh, by the way, this was a Hillary Clinton fanatic. Tell me that I need to die. I asked him, "Where do you live?" He goes, "Marietta, Georgia. Where are you?" And I said, "Give me a place in Marietta. How about the square? I'll meet you there in 20 minutes." I never heard from him again. He blocked me. Um, I've yeah, I've gotten backlash from professionals too. I was actually told by an attorney when he found out I voted for Donald Trump. He actually said, "Well, I hope you never make that mistake again." In the coldest voice I've ever heard in my life. You know, I don't subscribe to the liberal ideals. Same reason I don't subscribe to Republican or Democrat parties. You know, I don't like being I don't like being in, I don't like groupthink. I like making up my own mind about something, and it's caused me a lot of problems in the past. But hey, I'm still here. You still see my smiling face. So anyway, here's the next question: what is it that you have against politicians? They're politicians. Imagine this: you go rent a house from a guy who's been elected to rent houses, to rent apartments, and he won't fix anything. He refuses to. He comes with every excuse in the world why not to fix, something in your house. And oh wow, my tortoise is scratching around. Yeah, I've got a Russian desert tortoise named Dmitri. Cool little guy. Uh, Imagine he will make every promise, and when it comes time to make that promise, he finds a reason not to do it. Well, I don't have time. I've got this to do first. Yeah, that's kind of how I look at politicians. The same way I do slumlords. Let's go have somebody, tell a bunch of bullshit, get voted into a position, tell bullshit, tell bullshit, tell bullshit, get reelected, tell bullshit, get reelected, and they're in there for 40 to 50 years, collecting your money and doing nothing for you whatsoever. Joe Biden is an example. Joe Biden is a perfect example. He's been in politics 47, 48 years. What's he done? What has he done? He had 47, 40, almost 50 years to make a difference and fix things. He never has. No, now he's been voted in, supposedly voted in as a president, whatever. Do you think he's going to fix anything now? No. He hasn't in the past. He's not going to do it now. That's even Republicans are that way. Yeah, I'm going to they're going to sit here tell you all this bullshit what they're going to do. They stand on a track record that means jack shit, and you vote them in. And what do? They just get hard for you. They're supposed to defend you. They cave in and let whatever happens happen. And they're still being paid. Politicians and weathermen are the ultimate jobs. Because they ain't got to do shit. They ain't got to be right about anything. And they still get a paycheck. Yeah. If I want to, my opinion is, let me get straight up here. My opinion is, with politicians, you're just throwing your money away. They don't do, very few do anything for you. Very few ever have. And you keep voting them in. And they're and they do nothing, and you pay them to be lying pieces of garbage. My mother-in-law made a comment. All politicians lie. Now that bothers me a lot. That statement bothers me a hell of a lot. Because that's the common thought of a lot of people. I don't know what they're more for. Lying politicians or voting in liars. Think about it, folks. That's what these are some of the reasons I hate politicians. Let's go on to the next one. This is a rough question. I thought about this question, answered for it about 10 seconds. Since your last video, you talked about what was wrong with the recent election. What would you do if you were in control to keep things, in quotations, above board? This was asked by one person. One person. And it's probably the best question of the bunch. What would I do? For one, make the media be the media, and not the propaganda machine. The Hertz-Mundt Act that was enacted back in 1945, I think it was. It was a law against propaganda. Barack Obama made a law to circumvent that law, and the media is taking advantage of that. The media has become a propaganda arm for pretty much when I've seen the left. Fox News went belly up and turned tits up for the left. They're worthless. I've been telling you guys Fox News is worthless for a long time. He just now took all them coming up being blatantly, like CNN, before you guys even caught on to it. I saw it a long time ago. Make the media be the media. Report the facts, not opinion. To hell with opinions. It seems that people will sit down and take opinion as the truth more than they will the facts. Joe Biden said that they want to prove the facts more than they do the truth. Right now, opinion is the new truth. Everybody hated Trump because their TV told them to. And who were they watching on the TV? CNN, MSNBC, ABC, NBC News. Yeah. Make the media be the media. Not a propaganda arm for whoever is running, whatever side, that is the most popular at the moment. Two, it's a good one. Stop fucking debates. These last debates I've seen for years, every election cycle I can remember, they have been a farce. They're not a debate. It's a TV show. It's for ratings. You want a debate? Have these two guys up there. One on this side of the stage, one on this side of the stage. Make them both have a time limit. Flip a coin. Who goes first? That person can elect to use all of his time at one point, all at once. Use all of their time to state their points. The other one could use all of their time to state their points. Or they could use parts of their time and let the other person speak, then use some more parts of their time as a rebuttal. Somebody interrupts the other person, take time off their clock. That's a debate. It's point counterpoint, back and forth. Two people trying to prove their point instead of sit there screaming at somebody while the other one says, "Why don't you just shut up?" That's ridiculous. It was stupid. It was more than stupid. It was retarded. Then you got the moderator there, who, well, we all know who the moderator was for these last debates. They were for the left. The moderator should not be somebody that somebody has debate against. They should just be the timekeeper, the person who they're the referee. That's all they should be. If they want to, if somebody wants to throw a fit on stage, show their ass, scream and yell, hell, I can walk down the street and see drunks doing that. I don't need to watch TV for that. So, make the debates be actual debates. Another thing, why don't we have some integrity in the polling places? Why don't we actually, instead of having Democrats running Republicans off, which is against the law, have them all there and a third party there to oversee all of it? Why don't we have that? It's very simple. It's been 2.5 weeks. Some of these goddamn states haven't counted anything. They don't know how to count, evidently. They're talking about how hard it is to count. Excuse me. Let me show you how to count things. That's one sheet of paper. This is folded. 2 sheets of paper. 3. Holy crap, I'm up to 4. If I can get it to do right. Yeah, how hard is it to count things? Excuse me. My third sippage from one can. Yeah. How hard is it to count shit? This, this whole mess here in Georgia. I have never ever thought I would be somebody say I'm ashamed to live in this state. But I'm getting ashamed to live in this state because they can't do anything. They refuse to. Maybe we have a little integrity in the polling place. Another thing, these pollsters, get rid of them. Who needs them? That's something else to get rid of. They are just people to sway opinion. That's all they are. They found a job they can do other than working for a living, and they make money at it by trying to sway your opinion by giving you bullshit numbers. No pollster was right this time. No pollster was right last time. When has somebody a pollster, who are they? How many times have they been right? Who has been polled? Who did they poll? I've asked questions over the past year. Who has been polled? Who's been asked these questions by pollsters? Nobody ever stood up. Nobody ever told me. Nobody's been polled. They're out there making up their numbers and telling you what the numbers are that they made up. It's gotten stupid. The whole election is dumb. It's gotten stupid, and it's going to get worse. People, it's this year there weren't. They didn't bring. Oh, another thing about elections we need to do: picture IDs. Every other country does it. Why don't we? Why don't we? What's the problem with that? A very simple thing to do here in Georgia. It happened in Pennsylvania. We can do it here in Georgia. in Pennsylvania, they counted how many vote-in ballots were sent out and how many were received. They sent out 100,000 and change. They got 80,000 and change back, but they counted 148,000. Where did the other 68,000 come from? Where? It's very easy to count, people, but nobody wants to do that. That and thumb drives. Thumb drives here in Georgia now. Oh, we found a thumb drive that has this on it. It's past 8 p.m. on the 3rd. It doesn't count. It doesn't matter whose names are on the ballots. Just a few common sense rules. The rest of them are common sense gun laws, common sense this law, common sense that law. These are just some very common sense voting laws. I hope you guys liked it. Look, guys, I got to get out of here. Yeah, I've got some things. I've been busy all day. I've got a phone call I've got to make about a friend of mine who's in the hospital. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll catch you next time. And until then, talk hard. See ya.